What's going on, guys? Hey, I'm back. I've been sick since Thanksgiving Day, and I just got back to work today, so I'm back, and I'm glad to see you all. And what are we going to talk about today? Well, it's going to be some Star Wars, but it's not going to be any news. It's some stuff that's shown up in my YouTube feed about the StarFortress from The Last Jedi. You know, those big, lumbering, big, slow bombers. And just to give you the quick cliff notes up front, if you don't want to listen to the rest of it, those bombers are trash. Absolute garbage. I don't know who sold that crap to the Resistance, but he needs to be found, and a blaster needs to be put between his eyes. Because, oh my god, are those things terrible. Now, before I go on, I am not going to entertain the debate of how the bombs go down and hit the dreadnought. Yes, I know magnetics, I know this, I know that. I don't care. I care about the delivery system. You could have had those bombs here in Timbuktu, and I probably wouldn't care. But the delivery system of the bomber itself is such trash. That's the problem that a lot of people have with the StarFortress. Not its payload. The bomber itself is garbage. Now, in slight defense of Ruin Johnson, I can't believe I'm saying this. I understand what he was aiming for. I get it. He was going for 12 o'clock high or the 1990s movie Memphis Belle that focused around B-17 flying fortresses. I guess he's a big fan of them. Cool. But those kind of bombers just don't work with the technology you're dealing with in Star Wars. Because look, even in the sequence, one TIE fighter, not even shooting, just crashing in, took out 3 bombers in one shot. That should just tell you right then and there that those Star Fortresses are an absolutely horrible design. Absolutely putrid. They're not shielded enough. They're not armored enough. And they're too goddamn slow to get on target. I mean, I watched this one video, and a guy said it best. Basically, those things are suicide bombers. Pardon the parlance, but it's like they're freaking kamikaze bombers. Because look what happens when the last bomber that actually reaches the dreadnought gets there. It drops its payload, the explosion takes out the freaking bomber. So basically, you just sent, what, 3, 4 people in those bombers to their deaths? Who thinks this is a good design? Now again, I have no problem with the movie The Memphis Belle. It holds a special place in my heart. I enjoy that movie. It's a great damn movie. Hell, and this might get a lot of people, I enjoy Red Tails. Do I think it's a completely historically accurate portrayal of the 332nd? No. You want that? Go watch Tuskegee Airmen that has Lawrence Fishburne. That's a hell of a lot more historical representation of the Tuskegee Airmen. I just like Red Tails for what it is. But, going back to Star Wars, we already had good bombers in Star Wars. And this is one of the things I'm going to fix. Like, eventually I'm going to sit down. This is probably going to take me a couple of days to write. But I'm going to finally sit down and write that space battle. But instead of turning it into a B-17 Flying Fortress bombing over Germany, I'm going to turn it into the Battle of Midway with Charleston Heston. That's where I'm going to draw my inspiration. Plus, I'm going to clean up a lot of the hysterically stupid tactics done on both sides. For example, the Dreadnought out away by itself. No air cover. What idiot! Whether Hux or that one captain in charge of the Dreadnought would have that ship out by itself, where one fighter could literally streak in and take out all of the point defense cannons. No sane combat commander would do that! It's fucking stupid! Also, that commander, shoot the ground target. Again, stupid. That base ain't going nowhere. Those ships, they're about to leave. So, just besides the StarFortress, the tactics themselves on both sides are atrocious. This goes to show that Ryan Johnson did not have a really good military advisor advising him on how to correctly do a battle. Because the Battle of the Car is putrid garbage. Putrid. It is one of the worst designed space battles I have ever seen. I mean, as much as I hate Discovery, at least the Battle of the Binary Stars was at least somewhat coherent. The car was just stupid. Fucking stupid. So to all the defenders of the StarFortress, look, I get that I get how magnetics and mass and momentum work. I really do. The delivery device was flat stupid. They should not have been going for the B-17 Flying Fortress. And if you look at the B-17 Flying Fortress sheet and the designations for the StarFortress, what they should have done, Ryan Johnson should, instead of reaching for Memphis Belle, should have reached for something like Tora 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 or Midway for a World War II reference. That would have been a way better battle to car. To have, they want to grab from the EU, replace the StarFortresses with E-Wings and B-Wings. Hell, I know it's silly, but one could come in high and above and do a dive bombing attack while another one in another squadron acts like torpedo bombers. It would have been thrilling, and then we could have had the Cap clashing with defensive fighters. I mean, we should have had a carrier battle. Not a B-17 trying to get in on target. But if you wanted to have that medium-style bomber, they should have been rolling with B-25s, A-20 Havocs, A-26 Invaders. Fast medium bombers that can zip in, get the payload, and get the hell out. Not slow, lumbering, unarmored, low-shielded pieces of crap. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. Your StarFortress was a fucking terrible idea. Absolutely horrible. And the entire battle, and just to be on this point, any of the battles in The Last Jedi are fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. Hell, the chase scene, I felt like I was watching Master and Commander in space that completely flies in the face of all physics when you're sitting there defending the StarFortress. Oh, but physics! Then explain why a ship in motion in the middle of deep space with no gravity to affect it would suddenly stop and float backwards towards the Imperials. It wouldn't do that! I mean, I love the Last Jedi Defenders. I'll sit there and defend the gravity bombs to hell and high water with all this scientific stuff. You bring up that and they go dead fucking silent. Because they know they can't defend that shit. Boy. But anyways, let me wrap this up and bring it back to base after I've done some ranting. The StarFortresses, I get what Ryan Johnson was going for. It just don't work. He should have gone for more something like the A-20 Havoc or the A-26 Invader. Twin engine, fast attack aircraft that can go almost as fast as a fighter. That would have been more thrilling, and it should have been, instead of a slow moving, get the bombs on target like a B-17 into battle midway, high flying, high speed, just like any and the rest of all of Star Wars firefights were. It should have been a high speed, high packed, battle. Instead, we got a slower than molasses dog shit. But anyways, I'm the Iron Wolf. That's my 10 minutes on why I think the Star Fortress is a bag of crap. Later, guys.